there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. In true Tundra form, we ran out of content for the week, and as such, well, we've decided the laziest and most effective way to farm views from you guys is to recap some of our favorite moments. Now, some of these go way back, so feel free to roast me in the comments as I roast your unholy abominations. Let's start the show. Buying cheap Turkish semi-auto shotguns is the result of being born by a mother who wiped back to front through the entire pregnancy. Enfield owners, you are constantly wanting to go to bars and clubs with VIP bottle service, even though you can't really afford it. You actually know what a hotel concierge is for and what to ask them, but staying in that hotel would cut into your ammo budget. You can afford custom Yeezys that match the stock of your rifle though, and when Reddit went crazy and stopped the shorting of GameStop stock, you actually understood what all of that meant. Basically, you have the understanding and knowledge to make good decisions, but you lack the fundamental skills and the street smarts to use them. Maybe you didn't serve in World War II, but I bet you wear a 40 style fedora hat while shooting this rifle and posting to Instagram ironically #vegan2a. With this type of setup, I would have honestly expected you to go with an LPVO, but clearly you had a case of the dumb and decided to make life harder on yourself. Whores always make the strangest decisions with money because that stock definitely costs more than the lower and the tax stamp for it combined.
Dollar bills, y'all.
This piece of trash is presented in the most classy and tactical version of a Mariflage currently available on the civilian market. Congrats on making your rifle not only gratuitously boogaloo friendly, but also disgusting by incorporating a battle-worn aesthetic. As this is some sort of bastardized ode to the Stars and Stripes, we recommend that you make some alterations to the ceremony by throwing the rifle into a 55-gallon drum riddled with bullet holes and rust, and burn it with the sticky porno mags you have hidden under your bed. Take that fake cog and turn it sideways, then proceed to shove it up your butt. Maybe we can reach out to somebody else that we know for some help.
Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, nothing much. I'm just over here 3D printing my scaled down T-72 main battle tank.
My bad, dude. I was just wondering if you had a minute to check out the AK I just texted you and possibly give your thoughts on...
Whoa, you dick. Cursed gun images was my thing. You can't just send me a picture of a Bishka and expect me to help you make content that's stealing from me. I feel like just looking at this damn thing is going to cause the trunnion to explode and cause permanent erectile dysfunction. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy my phone before it gets pixel burned in and ruins the structural integrity of the AK-50. Why don't you just fucking lose my number, alright?
Whew. Wow. Well, I guess that still went better than the last time I called him.
In truly disgusting form, Spartan07 posted this Bullpup 1978 Remington Wingmaster with a 28-inch slug barrel. Something with a long barrel is the right candidate to be Bullpup so you can shorten it up, but this gun is still pretty big. I give this a 0 out of 10 because it's pointless.
What are you doing, young man? Just taking a break.
This is a perfect example of how ridiculous you can actually get with the Ruger 1022. This is not a joke, but guess what? Your rifle is. I recommend that you drop it onto Gunbroker, list it for $300, and check with your nearest MBA holder for the definition of sunk costs. Dude, seriously. No matter how tricked out you try to make this thing, it's still just a 22.
This is a pistol designed by the greatest minds failed state communism could muster between purges and breadlines.
This is a man who has clearly given up. You remember all those kids at the high school dances that just sat in the corner with the awkward boner and didn't talk to anybody? Of course you do. Because it was you. Come on, let's be honest. The fact that your rings are higher than Snoop Dogg at a Willie Nelson after party tells me that you either have some strange genetic defect that resulted in extra vertebrae in your neck region, or you are in fact an actual giraffe. I cannot and will not ever accept giraffes as respectable creatures. In fact, I'm pretty sure that giraffes aren't real and they are actually some sort of government-controlled device that was created to lull us into a false sense of security before they ban pistol braces. Don't question the logic.
Ninjax47 put up this picture of his mil-spec Rock Island 1911. Accompanying it is a leather holster that appears to have the same retention as a 60-year-old hooker after her retirement party. The ramen hoodie actually does make sense because only somebody on a ramen diet wouldn't be able to pony up the extra $40 for an upgraded version of the same gun and some leather conditioner.
This thing, I guess, is called a Scorpio SKS-15. I've never heard of such a thing. It appears to be the absolute pinnacle of Bubba though. Unfortunately, it has the 3 worst mil-spec parts of all time and they should be replaced immediately. That buttstock sucks. The pistol grip is for pores, and the flash hider is not even good at hiding or flashing. I'm sure that you were really excited the day you got this rifle, but everybody else is laughing at you. You honestly should probably take this thing back to the Balkans War circa 1994, and then the people from the past will also be able to make fun of it because it wouldn't have been useful there either. What country do you live in that requires you to purchase a gun like this and then be proud of it?
Diablo 10X sent in this nightmare of a build. I'm never gonna understand how you make a tactical bolt gun. I mean, one of your hands has to come off the grip with every shot. That Magpul foregrip randomly attached like a small gentleman sausage really completes the I have no clue what I'm doing aesthetic of this rifle. Of course you were drawn to the Mosin Nagant. Like your bathing habits, I can guarantee that your rifle hasn't been cleaned since it made its trip back through Berlin in 1945. Now there's no need to actually purchase ammunition because you can make your way to any Eastern European farmer's field and just start digging for it. Best of all, when out of ammo, your rifle makes a great improvised barbell, pike, boat oar, tent pole, axe handle, gardening tool, or firewood. Discord member Bean has this AK-74 adorned with furniture that has that nice broken-in look that tells me this firearm isn't some safe clean, but has been properly maintained. Take note, folks, this is how you do it. Wait, no! Oh my God, no! This is why we can't have nice things, folks. This rifle has been contaminated by weeb, and now the only honorable thing to do is bury it at sea.
You've proven that you cannot be trusted to make your own decisions, and then you decided to seek advice from somebody that is even less capable of forming a coherent thought. I recommend that you take this plastic overmold attempt at a rifle, disassemble it, put all the parts into a nice neat little pile, and shove them up your butt. At least I don't hate the Vortex Strike Fire. It's okay.
14 hours to Steve, aka one of my writers, submitted this a while ago. It's a Zastava M70 in 9mm. All he said about this thing is that it's his new Precious. Well, Steve, where's your Precious now? After one range trip, he complained that the single stack gun felt thinner in his hands than what he was used to. Well, duh, that's the point of a single stack gun, I think. He had to get one in stainless steel too because muted and subdued, well, that is not something Steve is known for. However, we think he should have spent his money on not being such a wuss, bought some creatine, and learned how to grip a pistol properly. Suck it up, bud.
Grow stronger.
Totally messed up any chance at having a good rifle. This is chambered in 6.5 Grendel, a huge mistake. As I've stated before with absolutely no personal bias, the 224 Valkyrie is the best caliber for everything that has ever existed, and you decided to choose the biggest caliber that exists for nerds to build your rifle in. Nice level on the top of the scope there, bud. Did you know that there's a really cool and easy way to know if your scope is level? You look through the scope to see if the reticle looks level.
In an example of what not to do, Lights Out Review presents us with this amalgamation of wood, steel, and polymer combined with bad ideas and fueled by mind-altering substances. This appears to be a 22 caliber Glock married to some sort of bolt-action rifle stock with the suppressor. Not really sure how the triggers link together, but my educated guess would be that it feels like it has the crispiness of a Cheeto in a pot of boiling water. The amount of meth needed to get this idea and see it through till the end is what I can only describe as Florida level, and we're honestly amazed you're still alive and not in jail.
This rifle almost makes me wish for a nuclear winter. Please stand by where I pour all of the bleach that I have right into my eyes.
Nothing says I might do something sketchy and illegal more than having the only gun you find in a pawn shop for less than a high point. I'm sure your mom is gonna be mad when she learned you sold her favorite back massager on Craigslist to pay for this thing. This is a copy of a pistol that was about 8 steps down from the pinnacle of firearms technology at the time.
Wow, I'm actually kinda close to respecting your swag. But when I learned about that Anderson lower, it gave me unfortunately that post-masturbatory feeling of shame and disgust in myself that we all have felt in the post-release moment of clarity.
I do have to congratulate you on this build. With a 20-inch barrel, a carry handle, and a polymer lower, you set back the AR platform over 50 years using modern technology.
You're the kind of guy who's gonna open carry at a Chuck E. Cheese with your hand glued to the grip of your 1911. Every time a young child who's completely engorged on shit-tier pizza and Jolt Cola gets too close to you, you try to flex your pectorals and give them the death glare.
If I ever have to explain what feline leukemia is to somebody, I'm just gonna show them this rifle, so thanks for that, I guess. You've got Cobra optics on there, which are not as good as EOTech, or as accurate, or even as robust, but they do have the benefit of being more expensive. Welcome to communism, comrade.
Look at those fools.
I'm not sure what message you're trying to convey with this rifle, but I do know the local petting zoo has a Polaroid of you stuck up in the security shack. Do us all a favor and send this rifle to a nice farm upstate, please. This abomination has made us all dumber, and some ideas should stay just ideas.